hear it? I think it was
listening.
about sometime within the week.
Yes.
You know, how do you marry and then you don't know anybody from that person's family? How do you guys do these things? You know,
I don't know.
I'm very curious.
Seriously, how do you do these things?
How do you do it? That's a risk.
That's a huge risk. I tell you. Right?
Even as friends, not married now, girls to friends. I need to know somebody that, you know, if something happens, we don't pray for things that you can always relate to.
Yeah, that's it.
And then when you meet people that know people, when you see people with people they know, you can just get a full picture of who they really are.
Right.
So sometimes there's nothing like I don't want my things should be private. I mean, I'm not private. So
private.
And that when it comes to that, refuse to be private, because there are things that you would know by just speaking about certain things, you know. So it's good.
But then again, still
spend time with your family.
Time with your family. Reward yourself. Number one, spend time with your family. Get to know your extended family and all of that. Mix up is another one, please. Right? I can't believe that you would live in an environment, maybe an estate or something, and you don't know your neighbor. No, you must not know everybody. Just know your next door neighbor, right? Know the other person living across off the road, you know, from you is something. It is something. Trust me. In this precarious times that we find ourselves, it's just very necessary for each and every one of us to begin to see ourselves as a brother's keeper, as a sister's keeper. You never know when it might come in handy,
of course,
right? That's why I'm, as much as I can, every time the Martha steps into the building, I will hail her. Mata.
Leave this guy.
You don't know. You just never know. Now I put her on the spot now, and she doesn't even know how to explain or express herself.
Don't listen to anything this guy says.
Now you see that?
He's just going to hype you till you miss your step.
That's the truth. No, it's just the truth. So look, that is what it is. Get to know somebody apart from yourself.
That's very important.
And yes,
apart from yourself,
yes, know someone else apart from yourself. That really goes a long way, right? So just to bring it down to you. First off, we'll say reward yourself.
Yes, of course.
And then of course spend time with your family. Get to know your niece, your nephew, your neighbors.
Yes.
And of course, know someone outside yourself.
That's very important.
Know someone outside yourself,
because we're gradually losing the culture of getting to relate with people.
That's right.
You know, there's a certain age you get to, a certain time or a point of your life, and then you realize that I cannot do this life on my own.
Awesome.
You know,
that's true.
Talk about a one-man mopo. That's like that's right me. I don't like people to just be, but you get to a point of your life when you realize that these relationships are very important.
Right.
You know, sometimes what lifts you up a deadlift or a dead mood is just having to speak with someone and the person reminding you about something pretty funny, and then you just get laughing. Then after that call, you realize that you're a bit lighter and something you just needed to talk to someone, you know. But all the time we have found a way to glorify being, we call it, I'm an introvert, I don't like people, I'm an introvert. But when you need people as an introvert, what do you now do? Because you ordinarily will block out every kind of block out every way that you'd be able to relate with people, because you say you're an introvert. But an introvert also needs help. An introvert also needs to buy something from somewhere. So whatever it is, I just feel like this temperament that we give out, we tell ourselves I'm this, I'm that, it's limiting. It's limiting. It's limiting.
I tell you.
And it's about your personality should not be determined by what someone's temperament. People's temperaments are just basically what they exhibit. They exhibit.
Finally.
You know,
Finally. True. All right, people's temperaments are just basically what they exhibit. And then one more thing is association. Get the right association, because you need to express yourself. You are not an island of yourself. You're not by yourself. You can be a one-man mopo. That only works in certain instances and circumstances. But in the larger spectrum, you need somebody else. Everybody needs one person or the other. So be an expressionist, right? And know when to express yourself, and know the kinds of persons that you express yourself to, because it's very important. You don't just go to every Tom, Dick and Harry and say, okay, because UD and Martha had said there's parts of activities, so I want to get to know you, I want to express myself, and I'll show you Pepe. I could tell you something, Martha, right? I was shocked though. Now somebody message or gave me a call. It gave me a call for quite a number of time yesterday, and I finally decided to call back. When I did, The next thing I'm seeing is, I need your help.
Yeah.
So I need your help. I need your help. As a female, I need your help. I'm like, I don't get it. I don't know you. How did you even get my number? How did you get connected to me? And stuff like that. There was no reply to that question, but the reply has been, the message has constantly been, I need your help. I don't get it. So I said, please, I don't think I'm the one you need help from.
But yeah, because if you need help, you should be able to say, I need help with this.
Yeah, no, and of course, they didn't quite say what it was that you needed help with.
Well, that sounds a bit...
It's clumsy for me. It's clumsy. It's suspicious.
You don't know the person.
I don't know you. And then finally, when I kept on saying, where did you get my number from? How did you know me and stuff like that? Got it on Facebook, and that's when the thing, it was a big red flag for me, because I never have my numbers on my social media platforms. So I told her, I said, I'm sorry,
no, that's not possible.
That is not me. You didn't get this number, except you're ready to come out clean, then maybe this conversation ends here. And that's just what it is, in a very calm, but very stern way. I had to make that clear. Very calm, and that's the truth. Stern way. Yeah, and I learned it from Martha. Martha wants to be stern with you. She will be stern with you, very frank with you. And if there is any other word that that has a frank to it, that makes it a feminine side of it, maybe I think it's Francisca. Martha is that one person for you. Yeah, I tell you.
It's very important. Like I said, when you grow up,
yes,
certain things will now become more evident, and maybe when you were much younger, you'd just not want to offend people. You just want everything to go. But personally, I'm afraid of someone who just accepts anything. Because that person is a risk. If you can accept anything, sometimes someone might now put you up to me. You just accept. You say, I didn't think about it. That's very... So I realized that it was a risk to have someone who anything goes with in my corner. So I didn't also want to be that person. Previously, you'd say anything goes. Okay, it's fine as long as you like it. It's fine. But then I realized that that's also a problem. People take advantage of these kinds of things, and that's why, in the nicest way possible, you also need to be stern.
That's it. Because
that's the truth. Yeah. You should be stern, but in a nice way.
In a nice way.
You don't have to be rude about it.
Yeah, that's right.
I can tell you no, and I have this smile on my face. That's not. It's no hard feelings. It's just because what you demand of me at this time cannot be possible. But a lot of us hide behind, oh yes, no problem, sir, no problem with that. Even when we don't want it,
uncomfortable.
So when I have people say, what do I say now? When I have people say, I didn't want to do this thing, this person forced me. I'm like, you're a red flag. Really?
You're a red
flag because they forced you at your age.
As a grown up, as an adult.
There are times when you would compromise.
Yeah.
You know that you're compromising, But I mean, someone coerced a grown man.
A grown-up person. Come on.
Yeah, come on. So yes, we're just putting our tips here because we've been asking you guys what's happening with you in Abuja, but it's the Easter celebration, and yes, of course, we get to talk about all of these things. It's a holiday period, so before you go back to your offices, you need to be like a different person.
We go ring the bell for us, and Buck. It's a holiday. It's a holiday.
Yay! It's a holiday for you guys, and we need to just keep you guys updated with these things. So that when you go back to the office and they say, "Oh, Udak, you're a new person," well, I listen to Martha. Oh, Martha, you're a new person. Well, I listen to you, right? And that sums it all up.
Yes. One more information that we should inform you, and it's very, very important, is the fact that you can get onto our YouTube channel and you can see what's going on in the studio, see that conversation, look at how Martha's dressed for the Easter Friday, and look at how UD looks. Actually, it seems as though we're having a complimenting dress code. Yeah,
that's true.
That's it. Look at it, girl.
It's right here in the studio, guys.
Easter is in the studio right now. You want to see Easter, you want to be a part of it, get onto our YouTube channel, and it is at Eagles FM Abuja, as well as on our Facebook page, right? It is at Eagles FM Abuja. Do well to like and follow the Facebook page, and as well as subscribe to our YouTube channel. We would say merci beaucoup to you, and of course that way you're also helping to grow the ministry of Eagles 102.3 FM.
Yes, and that is very important. Growing the ministry.
That's right.
But yes, the conversation today still remains about the FCT. So if you have updates, do well to bring it. This is just Jara.
Yeah, so Jara,
Jara. We're giving you guys Jara because
you.
It's the holidays. I mean, we cannot overemphasize that. And you guys are there. I feel like people will listen better at this time because you're not catching up with the boss and trying to catch up with this or that to get to work. So you're listening at your convenience, which means that, I mean, we should say things that are also very important here.
Yes, yes. And just to add to it, too, have you not noticed that today was supposed to be a public holidays? There are also, okay, when we say we are caught up in traffic, what exactly do we mean? Are we saying that is the road traffic, or is it?
I personally don't understand.
One hold up, right? Is it that one? Yeah, when somebody's caught up in traffic. Yeah. Okay, so it seems that the roadways is considerably free, if I'm not mistaken. Oh,
fool. See,
is it free?
I think what
today?
it ought to be is when someone say I'm caught up in traffic, should be like maybe you're at the red.
Okay, the red, yeah, that's it.
I think
that should be it.
That's what. But when you say I'm held up somewhere, it just means there's no passage or there's a blockage or something. But I'm wondering what you guys are doing outside because last time I checked, you're supposed to be inside. You're supposed to be. Do you guys not like public holidays?
For some person, public holidays is the no. Like it's not because they don't want it, but they have to put food on the table now.
It's very true.
And for essential staff, that's like us. And the staff like very essential.
Very essential.
We've got to be on deck, 247,
every single
just
time.
to dish it to you. But because we care about you, we want to know how your day is going, how you're spending today. The 29th day in the month of March.
We have 2 days until we're out.
I tell you, 2 days until we're out of March. And if anybody else is noticing, maybe it's because of the Abuja weather or climate, March really ran. And April is just around the corner. But is April going to run as March ran? But for some people, March didn't run. For others, March was a speed. It was a speed.
Do you know that I particularly have said it many times to people that I don't understand. It's like 24 hours is no longer enough.
Right.
You're at this, and then before you know it, the time is gone. You're trying to figure out one thing or another. The time is gone. You're sleeping now, and then the next morning you're up again. Yeah. I don't understand. Maybe we have shorter days, longer nights.
Maybe.
Or I don't.
Maybe those who are in charge of like some people will say the angels
set the clock.
They made the clock speed up and say, man, it seems like we need to end this year. But hey, whatever it is that it may be, we just want to also let you in on the fact that hey, as much as the year is running, you should run with it, right? And of course, if you have those developmental strides in your mind, those ideas, bring them into fruition. It's now. It has to be now. Please, no procrastination, no tomorrow, no later. Please, it should not be your language. It should not be your modus operandi.
Yeah. So right, guys, you're still tuning to Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja, and it is your radio experience you can count on just before you forget. And it's 33 minutes gone past the hour of 11, and I'm hanging out here with Uduak, the golden voice of the radio.
That's right.
And of course, it's Martha here. You already know. Let's go out and play a few songs. When we get back, we will keep the conversation going. Remember, it ought to be less talk and more music. But I mean, Uduak just has a thing. Once it starts, you get the hook.
My bad.
Yeah,
my bad, Abuja.
You cannot go nowhere, but
that's right.
I'm shaking off the spell, and we're going right to a music break.
Like this.
And I don't wanna be somebody without your body.
102.3 Abuja. No AC, no problem. We're cooling you down with the freshest hits. Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
All right, welcome back in there. Oh no, I flopped, guys.
Now y'all heard it firsthand from her mouth. So that when it doesn't seem as though I'm just talking. I'm not just talking. All right, Abuja.
But it's all right, guys.
Yeah, it's all right. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying.
I know.
It's cliche with you, so it's okay.
But all right. But okay, it's okay, guys. It's okay, guys.
It's okay, guys.
It's okay, guys.
We're taking it away from all right now.
Yeah,
it's
okay.
okay.
You are still tuning to Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja, and this is your radio experience you can count on.
Yeah.
Yes, we have about 15 minutes until we're out of this hour. We have a message right here. It says that what's happening, Abuja? My neighborhood Gwarimpa is cool,
okay,
and sunny. The streets are empty.
Wow.
Everyone is minding their business.
That's right.
Of course, I noticed an improvement in the sanitation of our neighborhood. It's much better than it used to be a few months back. And I also noticed that everyone is now taking security very seriously. They don't tell people this kind of things. You learn it yourself.
You learn it.
You know, any sneaky movement, we call the police. And
yeah.
this is what accountability is.
That's right.
Yes, looking after your environment. Thank you so much for that. Now, away from that, he says, Martha and Uduak, there's someone you know. So you people are not hosting any Easter get together for us to meet and greet our favorite on-air personality in your station, Eagles FM. Okay. Let me report the management to themselves.
No, wait. So what's going on?
We want to get together, or they should look into it. Okay. We want to meet you all. This is Alaming.
Alaming. Yay, Alaming.
This is Alaming from Gwarimpa. Trust you're doing great.
Yay,
my brother. It would be good if you report the management to themselves.
To themselves.
Report the management to themselves. Demand to get together. We want together.
We want get together. Use a placard and everything. But yeah, it makes some sense. Serious, items that you itemize right there. And in fact, it said the streets. If we're to look into that message, we may be talking that message for the next 30 minutes, analyzing it. I tell you.
Look at it from the economic perspective.
From the economic,
and once we get there, we almost will never leave.
We'll never leave that. That's just it. But to also look at the admonishment that he gave, saying that look. You see any dirty movement, you call the police instantaneously. There is no time to waste time to sit back, fold your arms, and expect that justice or arrest will be made, where necessary if you do not take the bull by its horn. So it's time to begin to look at. That's why we went back, going back to what we said earlier. We said it's a time for you to know at least a neighbor. Know somebody across off the house. Yeah. So know your environment. We cannot say this enough. Yeah. But the place.
So when there's a new face somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
you'd be able to tell.
That's it. And so there's no harm. I mean, if the security personnel comes and accost this new face, all the new face has to do is prove that that's it.
I just got a new apartment here.
I just got in here, and I'm a new face. And then what that tells that new face is that this place, this area,
no-go area
it's orderly. It's orderly. So imagine that kind of information spreading and not just being, situated only at Gwarimpa, but it's going, to the likes of Kubwa, it's going to the likes of Kuje, it's going to the likes of Dutse, Buari, Piakasa, all of these Karo, and what do they call this place again? Asokoro and the rest. All the parts of Abuja, not leaving out Galadimawa. I mean, charity begins at home. Galadimawa is just very close to us here, so let's hype them. Yes, if all of these, goes on in all of these places, come on, we would not be having issues. I mean, some of the issues of insecurity, some of the issues that we face today
be solved.
Would just be, I tell you the truth, right? So Alameen, great, perspective you've given there. And it makes a lot of sense. All right, to think that I have been dreaming about this too. It means that we are together in this.
The hangout, right?
Yeah, the hangout. We're together. We
actually have been talking about it for a while now. It's just that it's a lot.
It's a lot. Team resources and everything. Quite a number of things are involved.
And aside the resources now. What time do you have? As broadcasters, people will be like, are you not talking for just 4 hours? I mean, it's just 4 hours.
Hey,
you work like 24 hours round the clock.
I tell you the truth,
because you have to be accurate with your assertions.
True.
You have to do what you have to do to get things right.
That's right.
You know, so you literally are walking around the clock.
You're researching, actually, basically, and that's what takes the bulk of the time, because without research, you might just have to come up here and sound like a broken record, and nobody wants to be like that. Yeah, and that's just what it is, and it just shows you the state of responsibility, the heavy load on our shoulders. Right, this is not like to hype ourselves, but it's the truth. It's a load. It's a load. It's a burden that we carry cheerfully. We carry it, but we carry it cheerfully, because we know that we are because you are, and you are because we are. Right? That's an old African adage, which I learned while going through the theater, the corridors of theater as a profession, and as well as an academic place of learning. Right? There's an old African adage that says, "I am because you are, and you are because I am." So it's more like we're two sides of a coin, but we are working together to achieve a goal. But then I'd like to also encourage each and every one of us that, hey, we may not have that party just yet, but then the conversations that we have on a daily basis is like a party.
I'm not sure Alamin wants to
hear
that.
It's like a party.
I'm not sure anybody wants to hear that.
Says, I'm not sure Alamin wants to hear that part, but I mean, it's just
trust
how
me,
I
guys,
see it, though.
we will do what we've got to do.
We will do that.
We also will want to meet you. I mean, we also will want to meet you guys.
That's right.
But yes, thank you for noting that. I mean, it just means that you're interested in being just more than... You're interested in being more than just a listener out there.
That's right. And of course, the ears of the management should be open to that one.
Hello, sir, management? Or my management? Is that about listening? Don't worry. We'll get that done. But guys, you already know it is. I didn't say all right. I said right. I said right, guys.
Right, guys.
Right, guys. It is. I mean, we're going to be wrapping it up right here. And the next hour is where you guys get to dictate the topic we'll be talking about. So the first person who calls will be letting us know what they want us to be talking about.
So let's talk about food.
Food gay.
Let's talk about food.
In the season of hunger. In the season of hunger. But yes, we just might be talking about that. You guys might just be telling us what your native dishes, your local delicacies are. I saw that in Abuja, one of the Abuja food promoters, I heard that he's about to break a Guinness World Record again. Yeah, but I'm trying to get through to that person on the Abuja Now segment of the show. Okay. Let me see what their plans will be and what, probably would have initiated that thought in them. That idea. But whatever the case is, guys, keep it locked in. I'll see you in the next hour. See you over there. Please make sure that you travel over there with us as well. We'll be right back.